Y'all know what's going on. It's time for another episode of Doing Time with Joe. I'm your host, Joe Bacon. Welcome back to
parents,
support group.
use their
And
kids
we ended it
for
with
more
Phil
welfare, have more
about to
kids,
make a comment
Social Security,
about,
putting them on
the neighborhood
medication,
people and some of the things that
food
are going
stamps,
on.
stuff that
Phil,
way.
whether you
And
actually
they're
go
using their
to
children
pick right back up where we left
as a
off.
means,
Go
but
ahead.
a child is
my
supposed
last
to rely on this
comment
adult.
was,
And
seeing
here we are as children, we don't
parent,
know any better. So use your kids,
does that
for
make,
more welfare, have more kids?
the mother or the father,
Social Security,
I would say the mother
put them on
who's doing it, and
medication,
what about the father
food stamps,
who's
stuff that
absent
way.
and allowing
And
it to
they're
happen?
using
Not
their
being
children.
I mean,
As a
are
means,
they adults
but a
when you
child
don't,
is supposed to
a
rely
dad
on
don't
this
take care
adult.
of his kid, but
And
he'll
here
pay
we are as children,
a
we
bill
don't know
or
any better.
go buy his own
does that
cigarettes,
make,
or he in prison. Does that
the
make
mother
him
or
a
the father who
I think
the
I would say the mother who's doing it.
very
And what about the
relative
father
when you look at it,
who's
the word
absent and
adult,
allowing
I
it to
don't-
happen and not being there?
I mean, just
from my experience,
they adults
being in
when you
prison
don't-
and what I'm
a
seeing,
dad
don't take care
I
of
wouldn't
his
raise my
kid,
mom
but he'll
with no
pay
adult,
a bill or go
abandoned
buy
me
his own
when
cigarettes.
it got
or
too
he in
hard.
prison, does
She
that make
taught
him
me
adult? How
I
to
think
survive
it's
and not live. I'm
very
not going to teach my
relative
children
when you
how to
look at it.
survive.
The
Survival
word
is a
adult,
natural
I
thing
don't-
that just happened to them.
I mean, just
regardless of
from
whatever
my
experiences
circumstances
they're
being
in, they're
in
going
prison and what I'm
either
seeing.
survive or die.
I
There's
wouldn't
no
raise
gray
my
area
mom
on
with
that.
no adult.
I want to teach my
mom
children how to
abandoned me
live,
when
and I think
that's
that's
what
too hard.
a
She
real
taught
adult is
me
when I could
how to
you know,
survive
teach
and
you
not live.
how to
I'm
live
not going
and
to teach you
my
what
children
love
how to
looks like.
survive.
I mean,
So,
survival is a natural thing that just like I happened said, to y'all, them,
I'm in this
regardless of whatever
area.
circumstances they're in. They're going
Comment
to
on
either
it.
survive or die. There's no gray area on that. I want
age,
to teach my children
become
how to
adult.
live, and I think that's what
And
a
sometimes,
real adult is
as
when
an
I can,
adult, we gonna do
teach you
things that
how to live and teach you
adults
what
do
love
that
looks
make
like.
us
I mean,
responsible adults.
like I said, y'all, I'm in this
There's a difference between
this
a parent
area.
and an adult.
An adult,
Anybody
yeah.
want to comment?
You
You
can
can become
become an
a
adult. I feel like
parent
that.
at 10
When you
years,
get
15 years
older,
old.
in age,
That doesn't make you an
you
adult.
become an adult.
And then when add on to what
And
you were saying,
sometimes,
KP, when you
as an adult, we
you
gonna
out
do
there scamming,
things
conning, doing this and doing that, you're not
adults
being a
do
good
that
parent.
make us
Not
irresponsible
being a good
adults.
parent. And yeah, what you're saying in the adult
There's a
terms
difference
between
between
a parent and an
situation.
adult. So
An
I
adult,
totally
yeah.
understand.
You can
You can
become
become
an
a parent at 10 years, 15 years old. Again, that doesn't make even
you
in
an
the
adult.
scam. This is I'm stretching, okay? Adding on to what you were saying, KP. When you even in the scamming, conning, doing this and doing that, you're not being a good parent. I can be a terrible. Not being a good parent. And yeah, I get I'm scamming and I'm conning and Social Security and I'm using my kid's name to totally put the light bill in and I'm getting SSI and all this and that. Again, I'm scamming. Even in the scam, this is I'm stretching, okay? To provide for myself, even in one of the key elements to being an adult. But I'm also providing for my kids the wrong way, and I'm teaching them the wrong moral lessons. And I'm conning being a bad, being a terrible kid's name, being a terrible light bill in, and I'm getting. But I'm still an adult. I'm surviving off. I'm scamming. You understand what I'm saying? Like me giving Corey to provide for myself. Terrible advice, which is one of the key elements. We were young adult. But I also provide for my kids the adult when I'm teaching them the wrong moral lessons. I did that because that was the best I knew to do in those circumstances. Being a terrible parent. We were in a violent environment. But I'm still an adult. I'm surviving off. And I kept your life, but I was a gang member. Like and all this and that. This is what I knew. Terrible advice. So I'm imparting to him what I know younger, how to make it through this. But being the adult reflect back on them, like I did that because that was the best I knew to do in those circumstances because the advice that I gave in the environment, we were in prison. I wouldn't give that same advice. And I kept your life, but I was a gang member and all this and that, and without this is what I knew. So I'm imparting to him what I know. Put that in the context. Hey, look here, man. You know, but when you do it like this, but let me tell you that this is what's gonna happen. I love Corey like I wouldn't put that off as if this the right thing to do. I would not do the advice.
I mean, I think I wouldn't listen to
you. I wouldn't give
yourself a hustle.
Got eat. You know what I'm saying?
So what you're saying
what I'm
is,
saying. I'd have to put that in the context. Hey, look here, man. You know, you do it like this, but let me tell you that this is what's going to happen on the other end. I wouldn't put that off as if this is the right thing to do. I would not do it.
I mean, I think I wouldn't listen to you. Need to get yourself a hustle.
Got eat. You know what I'm saying?
So what you're saying is, because adult is strictly age. You know, when you age-wise come 18,
I don't think I'm saying that exclusively.
and
I think
you're
you
legally allowed to do these things.
It has something to
you're
do
allowed
with
to
the
go
age,
to
but it
prison,
also has
or
to
you're
do with
allowed
being
to vote or buy these.
It's
what makes you an
that
adult.
label of responsibility and maturity
getting out of what
that
you're
comes with
saying,
that puts you in that
I don't think
category
I'm
of saying
saying
that an adult. I can be 35 years old and a terrible parent. I think, but I'm an adult and I'm a terrible parent because I'm using drugs. It has something to do with the age, but I'm doing what I think is what I need to do. Yeah, it's that label of responsibility. Teaching all the wrong moral that comes with it. That puts you in that category. But I'm of age, an adult, to do these types of things. Right? 35 years old and a terrible parent. When you say that, but I'm an adult and I'm a terrible parent being a certain age, drugs to not exclusive and all this, but I'm doing what I think is what I need to do. I'm talking about a responsible adult. I'm teaching all the wrong moral lessons. You become a responsible adult. But I'm of age. You get to that to do these types of things, right? Yeah, he's a man or she's when you say that, you feel what I'm saying? It's about being a certain age. You just not exclusive moral lessons. When you become an adult, go ahead.
Well,
I'm talking about
the reason why I asked is because, you know, where I grew up,
when you become a responsible
rent was $30.
Then you get to that.
You know what I'm saying? Food was real cheap. I sold papers at 11. My mom was a
you feel what I'm saying?
Fledged
but all of that
drug addict. You know, like real baby leaving kids in the house. I mean, the reason why I asked is because I'm 11 years old. Where I'm selling papers, you know, Saturday night, $30, Sunday morning. I'm making $80 a week. I'm knowing rent is $30. I sold papers, paying rent. My mom was. I'm paying the phone bill. You know, to keep the phone. Drug addict. I'm buying groceries, real baby, and I'm watching kids in the house. My younger brothers and sisters, me and my sister, 11 years alternating what days selling papers in school Saturday night, so we can take care of the younger ones because $80 a week. I'm knowing rent is $30. Getting up, changing diapers, baby. I'm paying the phone. This went on for to keep the phone years before I'm buying a real adult, and I'm watching. You know, I had aunts, my younger brothers and sisters, me and my sisters. Again, they alternated what days to miss. Like there was no love there. The younger ones because they wasn't. Let me come in and help them out. I know my nieces and changing diapers, baby. You know, like this went on for none of years before. So it's like a real adult in my mind. I'm, you know, I had aunts, man at age 11. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm doing things that I see this. There was no love there where you could come over here, not come in and help them out. I know does that make me an adult at 11 over in this neighborhood? It makes you a child doing none of that was really there. So it's like something that you also made me realize. In my mind, I'm a full-fledged man at age 11. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to be the only one. I'm doing things that I see this drunk man over here not doing. You know, does that make me an adult at 11? No, it makes you a child that you have to have knowledge, because wisdom and understanding. You also need to realize why you were saying and navigate. Yeah, somebody else. You have enough in your tank to be able to understand that you need to pay rent, but this is subsidized rent. Ain't no rent. $30 you doing grown man. This is subsidized rent, so you're able to help. And that's a great thing. Age. You understand what it means to change the diaper and all of these types of things. And that's great stuff. You were doing understanding grown man stuff. To be able to navigate. At that age, you have enough maturity that's necessary to guide, understand that you need to lead the house, subsidize, to be the head of that household. Even though you were doing head of household, you're able to help that. You feel what I'm saying? And that's a great thing. There's a distinction what it means to change the diaper, knowledge, wisdom, understand that you. And that's great stuff. You were doing a responsible man stuff. But you, at that age, you still acting in a way that's necessary to guide a house. You would have been able to raise somebody. There's no way ahead of that house. You would have been able to, even though you were doing left to your own devices. You feel been able to raise somebody on $80 a week when it comes to the. You see what I'm saying? But you get all the props because you were doing grown man thing. But anybody responsible. Yeah, Sean. Dependable parent in a way that you would be able to raise somebody. There's no way. You would have been able to, if left to your own devices, been able to raise somebody on $80 a week. You see what I'm saying? But you get all the props because you were doing grown man thing. But anybody got anything to add to that?
It's an amazing thing. It's unfortunate that things like that happen. You saw a need that needed to be filled all over the world, and there are some that have much bigger hearts, and that's a remarkable thing at age, and that's unfortunate. Because do that, that's an amazing thing. A need. You sacrificed yourself. You were doing grown-up things. You were doing adult things. And it's an amazing thing. It's unfortunate that things like that happen all young. And like you say, all over the world, you have to put yourself. And there are some that have much your own way of growing up is getting something. And that's unfortunate. That's what you stepped up to the plate. You saw a need. You stunted now because you have to. You bypass the doing grown-up things. You were doing your own time of learning and become responsible. And you have to learn integrity. To have integrity. And like you say, you have to make mistakes. Put yourself in that position. That was taken from your own Wait, because you were forced to do something, but you stepped up to the plate and took care of it, not because you get at a cost. You bypass cost to your character, your own time of learning. You're trying to find out who you are, you know, to be integrity as an individual, to make mistakes and learn. That was taken from you.
Tell us.
Because you were forced to do something, but you stepped up to the plate and took care of it.
Because I know you said at a cost. All the wrong lessons and all
at a
this
cost to your character, and at a cost to.
I'm sorry.
I'm trying to find out who you are. As an individual.
It goes back to what I said about
because you brought this topic up, and
you was adapting to the lifestyle at the moment
and then everybody
as a kid.
How
so you was
did that affect? Because I know you said you learned all the wrong lessons and all this and that.
Not mean to jump ship, but
go ahead,
I got a good ear to listen. KP back and hear a lot of resentment. I was just gonna say, it go back to what I said about that life that you lived as a kid. You know, you was adapting to the lifestyle. I had my first child at 15 years old. Does that make me an adult? Surviving with you and your siblings. It doesn't make me an adult. Not the kid that's killed the kid the other day of 12 years old, and I hear they're gonna try her as an adult but she's not an adult. They're gonna try her because she carry out an adult act. And sometimes we sometimes I had my first child at 15 years old. Does that make me an adult? No, it doesn't. Blind eye. It doesn't make me. Sometimes we get stuck. The kid that's killed. The kid that's killed the kid the other day. What 12 years old? We need to be gonna try her as an adult. We go back. She's not an adult. Tell my that's because she carry out an adult. You stuck in the ways because she always tell me, well, when my auntie raised me this way. Well, this is what I went through as a kid. Blind eye. Sometimes you get stuck. You're an adult in the past. Instead of figuring out what you need to be doing for yourself. Today you're doing now what we did back then as a kid. We left that shit back there as a kid. I tell my best friend all the time. I went through a whole lot. You stuck in the ways because she always told me, well, today I'll focus on my auntie need to be doing raising me this way. You know, this is what I want to get my mind right, trying to get my life back on track. You're an adult now. I love my figuring out what you need to be doing for yourself today. I love what we did back then as a kid. We left that shit back there as a kid. I went out on my own. I went through a whole lot too, but I put behind the things that they did to me. Today I'll focus on the things they didn't do for me as a kid. When I still tell me that I'll try to get my mind right, trying to get to go out here in my life, find my own ways. You know, I have to find my way in this world so I can survive as an adult. I love my parents. So they've been there for me forever myself. Once I reach adulthood, I went out on my own. When you I put behind the things that they did to me as a kid, the things they didn't do for me as a kid. And I still tell me that I love them. Sometimes you can be responsible now. Sometimes I hear find my own ways. I have to find my way in this world so I can survive as an adult.
And so I guess let me make it clear. Hell yeah,
adulthood comes up.
I mean, there's no gray area when on this journey with me. It's either black or white. Period. There's no gray area to me. So yes, I resent it because you beat me into submission. I guess when I would try to express I didn't want to go sit in this church. There's no gray area when you beat me. You beat me because I fell asleep. Black or white. You beat me if I express my opinion about something to you and it's against yours. You beat me into you being disobedient coming out. You know I'm trying to express. I didn't want to go sit in this church. Put all this fear on me, but really all you was doing was making me tougher and tougher. You beat me because I fell asleep. When you did leave, or when you beat me if I expressed that you abandoned my opinion about something. To you. Matter of fact, it probably was better for me because by the time I was there, you know what I'm saying? And I'm going to tell y'all this. This is when my mom knew. You tried to put all rap fear on me, but really all you was doing was making me tougher. I came home from school. She coming off one of these leave, when I ain't smoking crack that you left, crying or whatever, that you abandoned. I didn't care my mom. I didn't sleep. I've been up all night. Matter of fact, it probably was better for me. I lay down because by the time I was 11, and I'm gonna tell y'all this. This is when my mom knew. Like, what you doing? It was a rap race. I told you to go to. It was a rap. I'm sleeping. I came home from school. She's like, boy, I'll kill you. And I grabbed a coat hanger out her face, come home crying or whatever. Looked her square in her face and said, I need to sleep. I've been up all night with Jaleesa. Yeah, if that's where we at. Come in there and put me on my back. I'll kill you. I brought you this where I'll take you out. And I jumped up. I'm like, what you doing? And one little. I told you to go to. That was the last time. I'm asleep. Her and I ever had any kind of cheat. My mama disciplined none of that. From that point on, face and said, no one, no adult could tell me if that's where we at, because I'm ready to die. Pass my mom. I kill you. I know man can come in and tell me this is how it's gonna be. I'm gonna lay back down. That was the last time. You don't realize I'm ready to die and I'm 11. Any kind of shit. So from that point, from age 11, with none of that mindset, from that point on, I became a bully. No adult start whooping on folks. I start taking things because I had all the while. I'm very smart. I got no man could come in and tell me this is everything I want. Now I'm manipulating. I'm ready. You don't realize I'm ready to die. And I'm a survival. So from that point, from age 11, with this mindset. I became a bully. I became the predator. I started whooping on folks. I started taking things. I knew how to manipulate all the teacher to get me very smart. I got straight A's. I knew how to get everything I want. It became a game manipulating. That ain't I'm learning from what I watched on survival. It became an easy game. You know what I'm saying? I was that like Theo. I became the predator, sitting there hugging him and telling him. I knew how to manipulate the teacher to get me. I got this. I knew how to get. You got what I want. I knew all of that. I got a whole bunch of brothers and cousins. So you ain't bothering. You ain't saying nothing from what I watched. Can't take care of. This is the mentality I had. That ain't what I seen. You know what I'm saying? I don't get like Theo got. Well, his dad recently sitting there hugging him and telling him, that's the life I want. Everything that I learned got this. All fake. So you got what I want. I got to get. And I got a whole bunch of brothers and cousins. So you ain't bothering me. You ain't saying basketball that I can't take care of. I mean, it got me through. This is the mentality I had. That whole mentality that you can't tell me nothing and I'm taking what I want. I recently got on this journey where I'm like, I was taught how to everything. I learned was all fake and a lie. That don't even work. I mean, it got me through a lot of stuff that I carried. It got me in basketball. It got me through high school. I mean, it got me through great jobs. That whole mentality that you can't tell me nothing. And I'm even right now, me and my mom, that to me don't come see me. Don't put no money on my books. But yet, I love you, baby. Oh, you dumb woman, stop playing with me. Unpack a lot of stuff that I carried that just meant nothing. A lot of dead weight. Oh yes. Okay. Relationships, you know. Even right now, me and my mom. To me, as an adult, don't put no money on my books. I feel that when you begin to, I love you, baby. Respond to situations, stop playing with me in a manner where it doesn't harm others.
Okay. Okay. You so you been an adult now?
Yes. Oh yes.
Okay. Understanding that, right? And understanding what is that? Who you are now.
To me, as an adult, that I feel that when you begin to respond to situations in a manner where it doesn't harm, that's all she knew.
Okay, that's all she knew.
That's all she knew.
That's all she knew. Understanding as an adult and understanding who you are to the child as best you can. If that's all she knew and you accept that. That is all she knew. Then why do you think your mom raised you the way she did? Would the adult or should the adult
that's all she knew.
Have expected? That's all she knew. Her educated child. If that's all she knew.
Go learn more.
As an adult. I'm not talking to the child.
Go learn more.
11-year-old child. I'm talking to you.
Why stop?
That's
you know
all
you
she knew.
But
she did.
This is what went on.
Then what?
You got 4 kids.
Would the adult or should
and you're not married. Why go get with a man who's selling dope? Who was a former pimp and have 4 more kids with him, all while you living in the projects.
Because you said
why stop? You know you are, but television has given us a whole different mindset. 4 kids. I learned a lot more married of what life could be like, a man who's selling dope, be like. Who was a former pimp, and have 4 more kids with him, all while you living in the project world. I watch these TV shows, even though they're created and made up. This television has given us something a whole different mindset. I'm watching this. I learned a lot more of what life could be like, or what life was supposed to be like. It's like watching Boys in the Hood television. That's more my reality, but I want I watch different world. I watch these TV shows, even though they're created and made up. You going? This is what I watch, so I knew something wasn't right because having more kids. Why ain't you trying to get married? Why ain't you trying to? I'm living in the hood. You know what I'm saying? Like saying what's going on, what's really going on. It's like Boys in the Hood. That's more my reality, but I want the hustle. So, Mom. If this is what we see in Boys in the Hood, why ain't you going? Don't you? You know what I'm saying? Why you keep having more kids? Why ain't you trying to get married? Why ain't you trying to? You know what I'm saying? Like, why ain't you trying to do these things?
You should stop right there. I want you to try to stay in the adult field when we come back. I want you to reflect on something.
Okay.
This has been another episode of Doing Time with Joe. See, when I asked you Joe Baker, I said, peace, y'all. That you understand why, and you said that's all she knew. You keep sliding back and forth between the adult field and the child field. You know what I mean? When you try to explain, she should have done this, she didn't do that. I want you to try to stay in the adult field when we come back, okay? Okay. This has been another episode of Doing Time with Joe. I'm your host, Joe Baker, and I say peace, y'all.
I'm getting so tired.